So we have this.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I just finished watching the very first episode of the brand new Gundam series, Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. So this was probably the most hilarious first Gundam episode I've ever watched in my life. Like honestly, there was a lot of very comical moments within this episode, and a lot of moments where it got, pretty serious, and also one depressing scene. Specifically the moment where, and it's the spoilers. Basically this review is like assuming you already watched the episode, and I'm giving you my opinion on the episode itself. So from this point on forward, I'm going to be giving out, spoilers. So yeah, the machine things on their backs is pretty much like what they had to do to pretty much join the CGS. Man, that scene where it shows the guy getting drilled in his back and he's just squirming over the table. Like, I felt pretty bad for that guy, But anyways, let's first start off with a quick recap of what even happened in this episode. So first of all, we were introduced by the two main characters, Orga and specifically Mika, or Mikazuki, being childhood friends and whatnot. And then we get introduced by the other members of CGS, such as Eugene and Biscuit. Yeah, Biscuit. It's a chubby guy named Biscuit. I don't know why they did this. That was pretty fucking savage, naming a chubby kid Biscuit. But the funny thing about this is that Biscuit doesn't actually eat a lot of food, or like at least shows him eating like a pretty, typical obese dude. Like, he's actually pretty serious, and he's pretty hardcore. A chubby guy named Biscuit, you would assume he would be like Choji for Naruto, but he isn't. But yeah, the next thing that happens is when all these CGS members are introduced, or at least most of them, they take on a mission to escort a young girl named Kudelia to do her independence thing that I mentioned in my last Iron Blooded Orphans video. And pretty much, Gjallarhorn decides to attack their base, and tanks are flying around shit, and these CGS dickheads decide to evacuate while leaving the kids fighting behind. But wait, here's the fucking hilarious part. The kids put flares in their fucking vehicles and whatever, and they pretty much gave the guys trying to run away from the fight away, so they were pretty much targets instead of making the kids targets, which is pretty fucking cunning, if I have to say so myself. That was pretty fucking hilarious. Oh my god, that was actually pretty fucking genius, guys. Like, these guys try to run away, let these kids die, and then, the kids were like, oh, we know you're gonna do that, you stupid bastard, we're just supposed to throw some flares in there. And yeah, that had me fucking dead, dude. That totally had me fucking dead right there. But yeah, then things get kind of heated, and Orga gets targeted, and bam, Barbatos comes out of nowhere and just destroys that mobile suit that was about to shoot Orga, and just, yeah, and then cue raise your flag. Yeah. Speaking of raising your flag, or raise your flag, there are many mixed feelings about this song, and I talked to a few people about this song too. Most have liked the song, but personally for me, I think the song is okay once it hits until about the middle of the song. That's when it starts kind of dragging out a bit. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but like, the beginning of the song, it gets you hyped and pumped, that's fine, but when it gets to the middle, they just kind of like, yeah, can you like make it sound better or something like that. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick about the song or anything, but like, overall the quality of the song seems kind of low. I'm not sure if it's because I was watching, or if it was the episode on or specifically website I was watching it on, but like on the website and YouTube, because it was on YouTube, by the way, like the song quality was really kind of bad, I'm not sure if anyone else is like experiencing this, but like the song quality isn't really that amazing, to be quite honest. It's like what, 410p kind of quality, Wish it was kind of better, or at least I want to find a copy of the song that actually sounds amazing, a bit more up quality, But yeah, it's just my little saltiness about the song itself. But overall, out of 10, I would rate the song a 7 out of 10 because, it's not a bad song. It just has its, down moments for me, and, just personal assault right there, But anyways, guys, let's talk about the really fucking funny shit in this episode. So there are two things I want to specifically talk about. One thing is that the character Eugene totally does not look like Grandmaker from 00. I mean, like, you look at these guys from side to side, just kind of like, wow, this guy totally doesn't look like Grandmaker, right? So pretty much this guy, whenever I see him in this or future episodes, I'm gonna think of good old Graham, And the second thing I want to talk about is how there is a character that actually was like Nicole from Gundam Seed, in which like he was pretty much trying to be a hero by rushing towards the enemy and just dies pretty pathetically, if I have to say so myself. I forgot his name. I probably should remember, but like he literally, well, the first time he got saved, and then the second time he just got crushed by a foot. I was just like, what dude, what is this guy doing? He just like, the first time he went in front of his teammates into the midst of combat where all the enemy guys were, and he got shot at and shit like that, and then Mikazuki had to save his ass. And then the second time he got, you know, fucking just annihilated, and I was just like, wow, there goes this character. The very first episode, the little dude that looked really harmless dies. I was just like, holy shit, the very first episode a friendly character dies. I was just like, well, there we go, we now know how savage Gundam Iron Blood Orphans is. But yeah, I don't think anyone really cared about that character anyway. He was just kind of just like, yeah, he's just kind of there, but yeah, he's the Nicole of the Gundam Iron Blood Orphan series already. So there you have it, guys. But yeah, one of the things that I really wanted to see in this episode was how Barbatos absorbs another mobile suit's powers after it defeats it, because he did defeat an enemy at the end of the episode and nothing really happened except it showed his face being all edgy and shit. But yeah, a lot of people like to joke about calling him Mega Man or something like that. Like, I really wanted to see what happens. Like, does he like, what happens to his body, like what visual changes apply to the mobile suit itself, and you know, things like that. But for the next episode, because at the end of episode 1 there was like a trailer for episode 2, it was like titled Barbatos or something like that, I forgot, but like it basically showed Barbatos fighting like a lot of stuff. So maybe, just maybe, we'll get to see Barbatos be Mega Man in that episode. So I'm really interested in seeing that happen. But yeah, if you guys want to watch this episode, I will have a link to it down below in the description, and I would highly recommend that you guys watch it on Kiss Anime, because, you know, Kiss Anime, fuck Crunchyroll. I fucking hate Crunchyroll, and I'm never using Crunchyroll again. Like, I don't know, man, Crunchyroll, I just don't like Crunchyroll. Yeah, just fuck Crunchyroll. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy this little cool little video of me explaining my feelings about the very first episode of a brand new Gundam series. This is my first time doing this. I hopefully will be able to do this for every single episode that comes out for this series. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you have any questions or comments that you would like to say, just leave it down in the comment section below, because I really want to know what you guys feel about this series. Do you hate it? Do you like it? Like, how were your feelings about this episode, you know? So yeah, just let me know how you guys feel about that. But yeah, other than that, I will see you guys later.